Agenda 21 represents a tremendous threat to our freedom, to our lifestyle, and to our ability to live good lives on planet Earth. Agenda 21 was set up by the UN in 1992 and re-upped at their conference last year at 2012. And the concept of it is to increase the density of human population, pile us one on top of each other, get us into apartment complexes, get us into communities, take us out of the suburbs, out of rural areas, off the farms, and bring us all into high-density communities proximate to mass transit so that we stop driving cars. And as a result, the carbon emissions are lowered. Now, the carbon emissions are a total excuse. It's not like you have to stop driving to save the Earth. Our carbon emissions are down by 20% over the last 5 years simply by higher mileage standards on cars and higher cost gasoline and people doing less driving and converting plants from coal to natural gas. That's all happening, and we don't need Agenda 21 to force us to change the way we live. But that is the goal of the Agenda 21, the radical environmentalists. They've largely taken over California. Virtually every planning board in California is now committed to Agenda 21 goals. And what they're going to bring about is just horrific. They have wildlife corridors. The idea is that wildlife should be able to migrate coast to coast throughout the United States without ever having to enter a populated area. They literally are talking about wildlife underpasses and overpasses over roadways. They're talking about taking people's property, not just for public purposes, but limiting their ability to develop their property because it would obstruct other people's view. You have a bike path and there's a beautiful scene there. That's called a view shed. And if somebody spoils that view by building something on their own property, a barn or something, you are taking away their view shed rights. This is an entire new world of regulation. And the basic concept is to make it impossible to live in the kind of world we live in now, and instead totally and dramatically change us. Give rights to wildlife and take them away from people. Get people to live in high-density situations, whether they like it or not. It's a little analogous to Stalin's collectivization program in Russia, where he forced people off the land and into cities to create a labor force. And yet this Agenda 21 is working its way into our society. Local boards get grants from the federal government, which are contingent upon their accepting Agenda 21 goals. They're told that they have to comply with those goals or lose their grant money. So check out in your community. But Agenda 21 is a danger that we really have to be careful of. In our book, Here Come the Black Helicopters, which, by the way, would make, I hope, a wonderful Christmas present, we talk about that and explain the dangers of Agenda 21. And this is one of the most serious threats we face, not just as Americans, but as human beings. Thanks for watching.